opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Broncos nothing.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Trying to hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Tannehill. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen's throw is complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Tannehill. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Broncos 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cut.
10th carry now for Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
A give to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is Elliott.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down at the 2. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Past the 20.
I'm going to show you,
and
man.
all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And on the next-gen stats, CD, we see he traveled better than 50 yards after the catch. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So they go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Room to run past midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Play action. It's Tannehill.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Elliott, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's Pollard. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So Allen's going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Allen. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Jamar Chase with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. Elliott a 1st down and more. And all the way up to the 46.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this